35 years ago, Bob Dylan stood in the exact same city I was raised in, Hamilton, Ontario. At that time, he was looked on like a music god. But just 20 years prior, in 1966, the story of Bob Dylan was much different, and he had to rely on his resilience to save his music career. It was 1966 and Bob Dylan was on a world tour. He was performing at the Free Trade Hall in Manchester. As expected, Bob Dylan had only his acoustic guitar with him. He worked his way through a set of his most famous songs to the audience's delight. But then, Dylan shocked everyone present. Dylan invited a backup band on stage and switched his acoustic for an electric guitar. He immediately went into a rock-infused performance. The audience careened and booed. Dylan continued playing and made his way through 8 songs, all rock versions of folk music. The show culminated in a heckler calling Dylan Judas. He simply replied, "I don't believe you, and you're a liar," and then instructed his band to play louder. You see, to folk fans, Bob Dylan became a traitor. They felt he threw away the spirit of folk for the more profitable but less lyrically nuanced rock and roll. What was even more shocking is that this was not a one-off performance. Bob Dylan had been performing this folk/rock show for a month and will continue past this show for 2 months more. He would even take it to the Newport Folk Festival. Each show had the same result: booing fans, horrible reviews, and now a population that hated him. And still, Bob Dylan went on stage and performed his heart out, because Dylan had a direction home. Bob Dylan continued to release rock music, and by 1974, everything had changed. People now loved this new folk rock genre that he created, and he'd go on to publish the best music of his career. Bob Dylan was changing music in 1966, but the only person who saw it was him. He had a creative vision, and in order to make that vision a reality, he had to rely on superhuman resilience to face angry fans and threats every day. But in the end, Bob Dylan changed music forever and cemented himself as a legend.